Welcome everybody, we have another unboxing. Sorry for the delay, I've had unbelievable tooth pain the past 2 weeks. I had to visit a dentist, it was a horrible experience. I'm happy that I did it though. So now I can just about talk, just about open my mouth, and finally, for the first day in a long time, I've been able to chew food, solid food. I've been eating like soups and God knows what else for the past few days, past few weeks. Anyway, long story short, let's get started with this unboxing. So I've been waiting about 2 or 3 months to get this to you guys. It was released in January. This is the UltraBoost 4.0 Triple Black. Let's have a quick look, huh? Alright. So, start with standard box. I'll do a comparison of some of other UltraBoost as well a little bit later on. But firstly, let's get this open. Alright, first look. Not too bad from first impression. Let's get them both out. Alright, so as I mentioned before, this is the Triple Black UltraBoost 4.0. This is the newest UltraBoost that Adidas have released. They've been releasing a hell of a lot of UltraBoost 4.0s this year so far. I think up until January they must have released at least 30 different styles, which is pretty crazy. The Triple Black sold out immediately, or at least within a few hours. I think they were released January the 1st. People were still recovering from New Year's. Gave plenty of opportunity to cop those, so I hope you guys managed to get them. If you haven't, then here's a quick review about some of the details. First impression, I have to admit guys, I'm not impressed, especially when we are going to go and compare them to the 3.0s and some of the other ones that we have in the store. But a quick one over. So you've got the prime knit fabric all across. It's got some new patterns on it. We'll compare those to some of the leaked images or the official images that came out from Adidas prior to the release. They looked so much better, obviously completely photoshopped. The cage is very different to the initial images that were released by Adidas. So you've got this kind of webby material on the cages themselves, and then this kind of plasticky screen printed material on the heel tabs. On the opposite side, it's very similar. Again, you've got the meshing material on the cage, you've got the UltraBoost in black, and at the bottom you've got the Continental sole, glue stains here and there. We'll get into the details of some of the defects a little bit later on the comparison, but overall a bit 50-50 with this particular release. Not so great. It's a quick once over. The front there, got the Adidas tag on the tongue. On the inside, a bit of a difference. You've got this ugly font boost. On the heel tab, you've got your standard kind of slightly coming out bumper. And again, this additional bumper area there, you can see that standard on the UltraBoosts. Not to my liking, to be honest, but let's head down into the shop and do a quick comparison. Alright, let's get started with a very quick comparison. So here's the 4.0, and these two are the 3.0s. Got this kind of wolf grey, and then the black with a bronze UltraBoost. Really nice. My favourite pair, I think, out of the lot actually. So these are the 3.0s, and this is the 4.0. On the fly, the main thing that you can probably notice is a major difference is the cage. So on the, let's have a look here. If we have a look at the 4.0 cage, we can see that it's definitely webbed compared to the official images that actually surfaced on the 4.0 prior to its release. One of the major things that you notice straight away is the cage difference. The leaked images or the official images that came out prior to the release had the very similar cage as the 3.0. You can check out a quick comparison. I've added an image just at the top here so you guys can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to bring this up here. This is the official one, and this is what the leak looked like. What happened there, huh? Bit misleading. So that's the kind of the one main thing that I noticed straight away. Another major difference is the prime knit itself. So you can see the patterns are much more consistent on the 4.0, a bit more varied on the 3.0s. If I bring those closer to you guys, maybe you can see that. The 4.0 does have some nice details on the prime net. It does have these kind of additional bumps, these kind of like diamond shapes. You can hardly see them though. And again, on the comparison images, if I just kind of bring that up here, and you guys have a look at the image on the side, you can see that it's very visible on the images, heavily photoshopped of course, not so visible actually in person. So those dots kind of go across all the way to the back heel area as well. On the 3.0, it's a little bit different. They kind of graded it slightly differently. So it's much more obvious the difference, especially from behind if you look. The UltraBoost themselves look identical. The major difference that I noticed between these are the defects. On the 3.0s, they seem really solid. I mean, if we just have a very quick one over, you know, you're not hardly seeing any glue stains. Nothing on the inside there, looks very smooth. Same for the bronze version, again pretty consistent, minimal defects if any. Actually a really good job on these ones. But let's bring over the 4.0 now. Straight away you can see these highlighted glue stains. You can see some kind of bad manufacturing on the heel tab area. If I turn it over on the torsion system, you can see again some defects there, not so nice. I mean, I rated Adidas in one of my earlier videos for their craftsmanship, minimal defects, especially compared to Jordan brand, which recently has been a bit 50-50, and just kind of Nikes in general. I got these the other day, the Foamposite Alabano, sorry for my bad pronunciation here, but these were super oily and they still are actually. Bloody hell, it's quite disgusting. Yeah, so let's put that back on. Love these foams though, one of my favorite models. In fact, every foam is my favorite model. I think they're my favorite style of sneakers. Yeah, so going back to this again, we're going to have a look at the right shoe, and again you can see some of the defects all around. More glue stains, more glue stains. Really quite disappointing actually. If you guys have a pair, I'll be really interested to know the quality of your ones. Which do you prefer? The original, or the 3.0s, or the 4.0s? One other major difference is if we have a quick look on the inside. I mentioned the ugly font earlier on outside on the Boost. It's the 3.0 at the top. Much more nicer font that they use on the inside there. Not so nice on the 4.0. Are they cutting costs? Have Adidas made too much money from their Yeezy sales and now they're just like, we don't care. We know people are going to buy them. It doesn't matter. Is that the attitude? If so, really disappointed Adidas. I think the only thing that I like about the 4.0 actually is the laces. I really like this lace color. It's really quite cool. If I compare them to these black versions, not as cool on these ones. Much nicer on the 4.0. And to be honest, that's the only thing that I liked about these 4.0s. A while back I mentioned that we were going to do a rating scale. I kind of forgot to do the rating scales in a lot of the videos, but we're going to reintroduce that now. New year, new checklists that we're going through. So firstly, in terms of appearance, I mean, if I'm just looking at these on somebody's feet, I'm going to say they look pretty cool. It's not bad. It's only when you get into the details that you notice some of the issues, some of the defects with the sneaker. Straight away you can see, if I look a bit closer on here, the glue stains, not so nice. You know, you get a bit of mud on them or whatever else. Hopefully you don't get mud on them, but if you do, nobody's going to notice that stuff. So in terms of the appearance, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. In terms of the quality, so the finish, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Really disappointed with the finish on these. And in terms of true to fit, I think they fit definitely true to size. So that's going to go for a 9 out of 10 on the fit there. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you so much. hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and look out for the next one.
This is all God's doing, man, you can't plan it. But if the devil's in the details, then I'm satanic. About to take over your city and you can't stand it. My account say you sinking like the Titanic. David Blaine last summer, man, you had to vanish. I get the hits like somebody pitching underhanded. Got my Spanish team convinced that I know Spanish.